Lincoln Riley, who after he loses Bedlam to Oklahoma State now going to the Big 12 championship game. They're playing Baylor. Baylor squeaks out a win over Texas Tech. Lincoln Riley's like, nope, not going to be the next head coach at LSU. I guess you were lying because he ends up becoming the next head coach at USC.
Yeah.
And they are paying him a boatload of money.
Is a boatload bigger than a buttload? Because I was going to say they were paying him a buttload.
I mean, boats are bigger than butts, right?
Well, it depends on the butt.
Does it?
Yeah.
What butt is bigger than a boat?
There's some out there. I mean, you're the one that goes to baby dolls. Come on now.
I know, but I've never seen any of those butts be bigger than a boat.
Well,
but there's some nice ones. Don't get me wrong. There's some.
Well, yeah. This whole thing is wild. I was absolutely shocked yesterday. I was sitting on the recliner at my parents' house. I'm soaking in all the NFL red zone, absolutely snorting it, loving life as I do every Sunday. And then I get the update on my phone: Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma to be the head coach. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, here it is, LSU. Boom. And then I see the 3 letters. It wasn't LSU, it was USC. I was like, dang. That did come out of nowhere. It's pretty wild. I still wonder what happens. I wonder what happens if OU wins on Saturday. It was an outstanding game, by the way. The one thing that's being overlooked is how great of a game that ended up being, how good Oklahoma State actually is. Your guy, Spencer Sanders, and he's not even really the reason. That dang Oklahoma State defense.
That defense is so good.
Is so freaking fun. I was so happy to see them win, and I'm pulling for them kind of right now. But I wonder what happens if OU ends up winning that game, which they were like inches away basically from winning. Does Lincoln Riley still leave? Because he's claiming that it was a late Saturday night, early Sunday morning situation where he starts talking with USC, which is the bullest of crap that I've ever heard in my life. You have the Sooners scoop, I believe, is talking about how it was actually Friday night that it kind of really got agreed to, and like Saturday morning, basically going into the game, Lincoln Riley for sure already knew where he was going. And the people at OU basically weren't even given like a, hey, this is what I got. You want to match it? It was like, no, there is no matching. I'm going to USC. That's the done deal. This is something that has to have been, they've been in talks, I would imagine, for weeks. Clay Helton was fired at USC like 5 seconds into the season. So, I mean, I guarantee you this Lincoln to USC thing, though it's been underreported, I would imagine has been going on in conversations for weeks on end for sure. And the funniest part is when you look at Oklahoma's recruiting class.
They're all decommitting.
They're all decommitting, but so many of them are from California. I feel like Oklahoma or Lincoln Riley was literally recruiting on behalf of USC, but on OU's dime.
Well, including 5-star quarterback Malachi Nelson, who committed to OU in July. Nelson's from L.A. He's currently ranked as the #1 recruit in the state, and he's now decommitted from Oklahoma.
Yeah, and where do you think he's going to commit to?
Probably USC.
Probably USC, just like all those guys. And to be fair, I mean, I think it's a great move for Lincoln. I think it's very smart. I think he was definitely involved.
Oh, super smart, because he's now going to the weakest conference in college football that he can dominate now versus the challenge that is moving to the SEC, the best conference in college football, where Oklahoma's going to struggle. And at Oklahoma, he got them to the college football playoff, but he could never win a college football playoff game. And maybe the same thing happens with him at USC. But either way, he's going to have
a perennial playoff team, you would think.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to run that conference just like he has run the Big 12.
Yeah, and I think even more so. And I just think stylistically, the Lincoln Riley brand of football suits the Pac-12 so much more than it does the SEC. Like, dear God, Lincoln Riley never brings a defense with him wherever he goes. And so you don't really have to in the Pac-12. That's fine. Like, his offense is going to work. It's going to be great. He's not going to have awesome defenses, and it's really not going to matter. You go to the SEC, that does matter. I'm pretty sure Georgia this year had a what is it called? Like they're how much they won by. It's the thing that
Margin
I'm
of
always
victory?
Yeah, like their margin of victory that I'm always hounding you on in your power rankings and stuff. It was like plus 400.
Good Lord.
They were just smacking teams. They had one of the best defenses anyone's like ever seen.
history.
OU's like, you know what? Or
and
Lincoln
Oklahoma
Riley's
State's
like,
right there.
Then nah, I'm good. And so I think it's super smart for him. It's the height of self-awareness. Like, yeah, sure, the SEC would be cool, but this, like, Pac-12 totally suits him. And to be at USC, which is the premium school in that conference, obviously one of the premium schools in the entire nation, he's going to be able to just dominate in terms of the recruiting, all the players he's going to get. And I would imagine by the end of his first year, you're going to be like, yeah, we can see it. And by year 2, it's just going to be balls to the wall. USC is back, and they're dominant again.
Now, what does OU do? We know Bob Stoops coming back to coach their bowl game. Hell, they could probably get Bob Stoops to just be their head coach until they find a better option if they want to. But rumors are Brett Venables, former defensive coordinator, who's now been at Clemson with Dabo Swinney for the last few years and has orchestrated some of their great defenses that have won a couple of national championships. He is one of the front runners to land that job. And Spencer Rattler has officially entered the transfer portal, which we knew was just a matter of time for him. But now that the season is over, the regular season that is, we don't know which bowl game Oklahoma will get into, but he has entered the transfer portal.